your aromatherapy in the form of essential oils or a candle, some spices, or you can even cut open an orange and snack on that while you're experiencing the session tonight. And then, of course, your choice to have music, either from our Courage to Caregivers playlist or from a playlist of your own choosing, or even stillness, whatever your body and your mind are calling for at this time. And to always remember that we are all connected here together, and we really want this place to be a place of support and an oasis of compassion and relaxation for you. So I'm hoping that you do find that with us tonight. And as you are getting ready there, I will introduce our topic. We are continuing on with our theme for the month of October of outside interests. And our topic for tonight is creative expression through art, music, or journaling. And we do have some essential oils that are especially nice for channeling creative energy. So if you have any of those around, some of those are lavender, frankincense, citrus oils, or jasmine. Those 4 oils are especially good for sparking creativity. And so now I'd like to ask you all a question. Do you think that you are creative? And what does being creative mean to you? Do you sometimes express yourself through art, music, or writing? Or are there different creative outlets that you enjoy, perhaps sewing or knitting, cooking, dancing, and so many others? Well, guess what? Even if you don't think you're creative, you are. We are all creative beings, and it's in our nature that lives inside of each and every one of us. Perhaps the reason we don't think we're creative at times is maybe sometime in our past we've been corrected or we've been judged on a creative work of our own expression, and that judgment may sit with us. And you might have been one of those kids that colored outside the lines. If you did, you're creative. You might have been one of those kids that didn't draw her tree with a little popsicle stick trunk and a cotton ball on the top of it. If you did, then you're creative. So through checking in with our inner world and relaxing into what is in the present moment, without the notion of being perfect or judging ourselves, we can tap into our own creativity. How do we do that? How do we unleash that creative spark? Well, the first thing is journaling. Simply write, don't edit, just write. Write whatever comes up. Keep a blank notepad by your bedside, maybe in the kitchen, maybe even in the bathroom. A wonderful avenue for journaling is when you're standing in the shower. Creative thoughts often come because there's no distractions. And so when you get out, you can jot those ideas on a notepad. Hopefully you'll dry your fingers off before you do that. But, just don't be afraid to brainstorm wherever you are. Draw, keep a sketch pad around the house with colored markers, colored pencils, some charcoal pencils, or even pastels, and just draw whatever comes up. Even if you take those tools and just do some shading, different colors, different shades of grays and blacks and whites or colors, that also is an expression of your creativity. Don't think you cannot do it, because you definitely can. Spend time outside, fresh air, sunshine, vitamin D, the sounds of nature, and the visual effects of nature are all ways to channel creativity. Take an iPad or a laptop outside and sit in your backyard, and then just start to write whatever comes to mind. Get moving, take a break from your routine. Take a walk, a run, or do some stretches outside. This helps renew the body and mind and get it back into balance. And it's so much better than sitting behind a desk. So take a break and you'll be very surprised to see what ideas surface. And most of all, take time to play. Play and creativity go hand in hand. put some music on your playlist and then start dancing. I do this all the time, and my husband has threatened to record me doing it. So, but don't be afraid to dance. Just do what your body is calling for. Put a puzzle together, put a puzzle in the central location in your house. And then when you walk by, just place a new puzzle piece wherever it goes throughout the day. Maybe this can be a family affair. Get your hands in clay, even if it's just Play-Doh. Move your hands around, feel what that feels like, feel that tactile sensation, and make something, create something. Get a hula hoop and move your body. When you circle your hips around, you'd be surprised what creative ideas you can jar loose from your brain and your body at the same time. Get a coloring book. There's so many coloring books out now, especially mandalas. Mandalas are not only good for stress relief, but they can also be a form for creative expression. Take an art class. So many art classes are being offered online now. Get your hands in the dirt and play in your garden. That's Mother Nature's playground. Be a lifelong learner. Never stop questioning. Read voraciously. Watch a TED Talk or a podcast or a concert or a ballet. Be curious. See what comes up. Wage a war against procrastination. We all procrastinate, and it's nothing to judge yourself over. It's not a personality flaw. It simply is just a state of being. Just work through it one day at a time. And I don't know about you, but I have a little basket of unfinished projects like embroidery and sewing and things like that. Just maybe take one of those out every once in a while and see it through to the end. Think outside the box. This time in our history calls for new and innovative approaches to life. This is a pivotal time to unleash creative solutions on the world. And most of all, commit to a daily routine of creative practice, no matter how large or small. Maybe you just write a few lines one day, and the next day you write 3 chapters. Whatever you can do, big or small, take time to do that a little bit every day. And now we'll start a little bit of breathing meditation. So I invite you to find that comfortable space in your chair and plant your feet into the ground and feel that connection between your feet and the surface beneath you. Roll your shoulders up to your ears and let them settle back down your back. And then feel that connection of your sitting bones on your chair. And then become aware of the space above you and the connection of the top of your head with all the universe that is around you. Now we're going to do some alternate nostril breathing today. The alternate nostril breathing links the right and left hemispheres of the brain. And those 2 channels link the energy channels between the right and left side of the body as well. So there's 2 channels of energy. Each nostril is responsible for one. The right nostril is the feminine side. It is called the Ida. And this channel of energy is responsible for relaxation, calming, cooling. They say that it is the moon side of our body. And this is where we have a more reflective, intuitive state of mind and state of being. It is also linked with the parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and digest side of the nervous system. The left nostril is stimulated by the male-dominated side. So that would be the fiery, energetic, sun-filled side. And this has more to do with logical, mechanical, and numerical types of thinking. We need both, and we are both. We are created to have both sides. And so I invite you to bring your hand out in front of you and make the peace sign with your 2 fingers, the index finger and the middle finger, and then fold those 2 fingers inside your palm so that the only fingers that remain are the thumb, the finger, and the pinky finger. And I'll show you how to do this, take you through a couple rounds, and then I'll let you do a little bit of this on your own. This type of breathing just opens the channels to creativity. It gives you more flow. Taking a cleansing breath in and letting it out. And then taking your ring finger to the left nostril, close the left nostril, and inhale through the right. Close the right nostril and exhale left. Inhale left. Close the left nostril and exhale right. And those 4 breaths is 1 round of the alternate nostril breathing. So I will try that again with you. Bringing your fingers up in front of your face, closing off that left nostril with your ring finger, inhaling right, closing right, exhaling left, inhaling left, closing left, and exhaling right. Inhaling right, closing right, and exhaling left. Inhaling left, closing left, and exhaling right. And I'll let you continue at your own pace, this alternate nostril breathing. And as you go through these rounds of breathing, stay connected to that creative energy that flows through your whole body, your brain, and every cell of your being. And I will read the affirmations for today's practice. My inner artist wants to come out and play. Creativity is my nature. I am willing to take imperfect action courageously. I eagerly act on my creative impulses and freely express my creativity with joy. Continue with the alternate nostril breathing, one side and then the other, knowing that you're nourishing your body and your mind and your spirit as your body begins to relax more deeply and more fully with this breathing technique. And as thoughts try to creep in, just remember to notice them without judgment and just let them go. Let them just float away like the clouds. And notice how relaxing your breathing softens any tension in your body. Any tension that you might be holding, just let it go now. And as your breath is deepening with every round of alternate nostril breathing, take a couple more rounds here. And when that feels complete to you, just bring both hands back into your lap. Good. We're going to do a little, it's in keeping with alternate nostril breathing. We're going to be breathing out of the right nostril, only out of the right nostril. Again, we're going to channel that feminine energy, that intuitive, inspirational, emotional side of our being. And We're going to be doing this with the right hand. With the left hand, we're going to bring our hand into a mudra called the Gyan Mudra, which is the mudra of wisdom. A mudra is a hand gesture. So bringing your left hand up, take your forefinger, your index finger, and your thumb together and pinch it together like the OK sign, but really pinch those fingers together and bring the other 3 fingers out flat so that it looks something like this, if you can see in the monitor there. And then bring that left hand to your left knee. So that hand is just going to rest on your left knee, okay? And with your right hand, you're going to bring that right hand up in front of you again. Take those 2 fingers, the index finger and the middle finger down. And this time, we're just going to block off or close off that left nostril with our ring finger. And so we're only breathing out of the right nostril here. So I invite you to close your eyes and inhale and exhale through the right nostril. Now, this may feel a little funny at first. You actually may feel that that channel is blocked a little bit. That is completely normal. Actually, when you breathe out of one nostril, it can be blocked at various times of the day. And the right nostril, the feminine side, is actually, it varies throughout the day. So the more stress you have, the more that channel feels blocked. As your stress comes down, that nostril allows you to breathe more openly and more fully. So I invite you to take several rounds of breathing through the right nostril here, channeling the divine feminine that is in each and every one of you. It resides within. Knowing that your feminine nature serves so many people within your sphere in so many wonderful ways. And it is said if you do this for about 10 minutes every day, and not only does it bring down your stress level, but it also does open up your creative channels. So try it this week. And as that feels complete, just return that hand to your lap, taking a couple full cleansing breaths here, inhaling in and exhaling out with a sigh. Inhaling in and exhale, sigh it out. And then open your eyes, and we're going to do some yoga postures today for the hands. For the hands, because your hands are an extension of your heart and your ability to create and to feel and to touch and to heal. And when you connect compassionately to your hands, you're also connecting to your heart and to others. So I'm going to move my chair back just a little bit so you can see a little bit better. And I'd like you to bring your arms out in front of you and make some fists with your hands, and then gently begin to circle the wrists around and around. Circling here, arms are straight out in front of you, moving at the wrist, first in one direction and then the other. Good. And then bring your thumb together with your fingers so that you're making almost bird beaks with your hands, okay? And then bring those arms out in front of you again and move those bird beaks up and down. So inhaling as the beaks come up and exhaling as they go down. You should feel a nice stretch in your wrists here. Good. And then bring the hands out, palms facing away, inhaling in here, and then exhaling, hands come down. Inhaling in, exhale, the hands back down. In, And exhale the hands down. Okay, good. And then interlace the fingers and push the palms away. Really feeling a nice stretch in your upper arms. Feeling those shoulder blades move away from one another. And then inhale up to the sky so your palms are interlaced, hands are overhead. And exhale, bringing them all the way back down. And let's bring your hands to heart center. So thumb knuckles resting at your sternum, and really press your palms together so you can feel those shoulder blades connect behind your body there. Just press, press. And then taking your hands in prayer, moving them to the left. Inhale back to center and move those hands to the right. Exhaling as you move them to each side, inhaling through the center. Should feel a nice stretch in the hands here. And then return to heart center and pivot those fingers away from you. So you're moving the fingers away from you. So you bring your fingers down facing your toes in kind of a reverse prayer here. You should feel a very nice stretch in the wrists, in the hands. Good. And then dial those fingers back to point up. And then just loosen up the wrists here. Just kind of move them, shake them out. And then spark your fingers as if they were fireworks coming out of your fingers. Just throw your hands. This is actually really good for carpal tunnel syndrome, by the way. Good. Great. And then bring your arms out to the side, opening like a starfish pose here with hands outstretched. And then exhale, bring those hands to turn away, palms facing towards the back of the room. And inhale, rotate your arms, bringing the hands back out, palms face forward. And just pretend that you're sending love and light out from your very fingertips, rotating the hands, rotating the arms, sending out all that love and light. Good, and then bring your hands back to heart center. And then bring your hands out in front of you one more time, and arms are straight out. We're gonna make some figure eights with the hands. So that figure eight laying down on the side or the infinity symbol, and just as if you were conducting an orchestra, just let your hands flow freely in your nice reclined figure eight here. Good, beautiful. And then bring your arms out in front of you. Once again, your arms are straight and your palms are lifted to the sky. And then one at a time, flip your palms down. Return it to facing upwards, and then flip the other palm down. And return it to facing upwards. Palm down and facing up. Palm down and facing up. And then one at a time, dial those palms. So one palm is facing up, the other palm is facing away from you. And then move that palm clockwise. So you're dialing those fingers to face down towards your toes. Dial that palm back up, fingers point up to the sky. And then place that palm in a facing upwards position. Taking the other hand to dial down, fingers facing the earth, and then dial back up, fingers pointing up to the sky. And then hands come up, palms face up, and then return our hands to heart center. And we're going to do a little hand massage here. So with your right hand, take the right thumb and press it into your left palm, right into the center here. And just start to massage the center of your hand, getting into all those tight places. You know, we really use our hands all day long, no matter what we do. And they need a lot of love, I think, especially at the end of the day when they've been so busy and there's so many bones in the hand. So really start to massage the hand here. Good. And then coming to the base of each finger is your metacarpal. There's a bone at the base of each finger. Just take it from the pinky finger into the ring finger, massaging that bone, that metacarpal, and then the middle finger, the index finger, and don't forget the thumb, massaging those overworked bones. Good. And then with your right hand, take that pinky finger and start to circle it around. Just circle it individually, and then just give it a gentle pull or a tug. And then move to the ring finger, circling that finger, and then give it a little tug. And do the same with all of your fingers, one finger at a time. Just a little gentle circling, and then a nice soft tug on each finger. And then when that's complete, take the index finger and the thumb of the right hand and just give a little pinch, a very soft pinch in between each finger, in between that little webbed area between each finger. Good. And then go ahead and massage with your thumb the right hand with your left thumb. So now you can do the same thing to this hand, massaging in the center of your palm and on the back of your hand with your left fingers. And then taking that massage to the metacarpal at the base of each finger once again. And then a little rotation, an individual rotation and a gentle tug of each finger. If you've never had someone do a hand massage on your hands, I recommend it. It feels so good, it's so relaxing. And the last thing we're going to do are a few cross-lateral exercises. This is to balance the right and left hemispheres of the brain and keep that brain working. It's great for focus and perception. So I worked a little bit on these this weekend, and I have to say it wasn't easy for me. So I think I need to work on this in my everyday life. So we're going to do a little finger walk. Bring your hands out in front of you and make the L, letter L, with each hand, and the L's are facing each other here. And then take the index finger of your right hand and place it on the thumb of your left hand, and then create a little rectangle. And then conversely, take the index finger of the left hand and bring it up to the thumb of the left hand. And so what you're doing is, if you remember the nursery rhyme, Eensy Weensy Spider, you're walking your fingers one hand to the other, but this takes a little bit of concentration. So do this. You can do this when you're standing in the grocery store line. You can do this when you're waiting in your car in traffic. Just get the creative juices flowing, get your brain moving. Good. Okay, good. And then let's return hands to lap. And we'll try one more. So bringing your hands up in front of you. This is called 2-0. Bring your right hand in front of you, the index finger and middle finger, like the number 2. And then with the other hand, making the OK symbol. And then change that with each hand, going back and forth, alternating Not as easy as it looks, at least for me. You guys are doing better than me. Requires a little bit of concentration. Good. Okay, and anyway, these are just some things you can do whenever you feel like you want to make that left and right brain connection a little stronger. And so, with that complete, I will invite you to find your comforts for our final rest tonight for our Yoga Nidra. If you are seated in your chair, just make sure your back is all the way to the back of the chair and your feet are rooting into the earth. Shoulder blades back, maybe covering your lap with a blanket just to keep cozy. If you're going to come to the floor, find your comfortable space on the floor and maybe put a nice blanket over yourself or pillow under your head and lay your body out long on the floor, your feet coming to the far corners of your mat or your blanket, and your shoulder blades connecting to the earth, your hands and arms down at your side with palms lifted to receive energy or palms facing down for more grounding. And as you start to get ready, I invite you to close your eyes softly and start to reconnect with your breathing. And notice the breath as it moves in and out of your body. Inhaling in and mindfully inhaling out. And start to soften your whole body from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. Find a softness behind your eyes. Start to soften the muscles in your forehead, your cheeks, your temples, and your jaw. And the muscles in your neck, find softness there, your throat. And allow your breathing to deepen like the wave of an ocean. The wave that starts at the bottoms of your feet and comes all the way up through your legs, your pelvis, the midline of your body, all the way up to your chest, your throat, and exits through the crown of your head. So from the soles of your feet, all the way through the crown of your head, you're breathing here in your quiet sanctuary. And as you breathe, let your awareness come and rest in your heart, finding light and love and compassion in your caring, generous caregiver's heart. And rest in that knowledge for everything you do for others throughout the course of your day. And let that awareness flow to your right shoulder. And then travel down your right arm to the upper arm and the elbow. And then that awareness flows into your forearm and your wrist and to your right hand, into all the bones of your right hand, and to the palm of your hand, and to the back of your hand, and all the fingers of your right hand, your thumb, your index finger, your middle finger, your ring finger, and your pinky finger. And so from the top of your right shoulder all the way down to the fingers of your right hand, your right arm is completely and totally relaxed. Now let your awareness move to the top of your right hip and let relaxation fill the top of your hip and move down into the right thigh. And then bring your awareness to the right knee and the right shin, the right ankle, and the right foot, and the top of the right foot, and then the sole of the right foot, and all the toes of the right foot, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and baby toe. And so from the top of your right hip down to the toes of your right foot, your right leg is totally and completely relaxed. And just breathe into that space of calm and relaxation. The whole right side of your body is completely relaxed. Now gently move your awareness to the left shoulder. Let your relaxation settle in right there, right here, and right now. And feel that awareness move down into your left upper arm, your left elbow, left forearm, wrist, and left hand, and all the fingers of the left hand, the left thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger. So that from the top of the left shoulder all the way down to the fingers of the left hand, your left arm is completely and totally relaxed. And let that settle in. Now bring your awareness to your left hip and feel that relaxation in your left hip travel down into your left thigh, your left knee, your left shin, ankle, and left foot, and all the bones of your left foot, and all the toes of your left foot, the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and baby toe. So that you are completely relaxed from the top of the left hip all the way down to the toes of the left foot. And so in this moment, your whole left side of your body is completely relaxed. The whole right side of your body is completely relaxed. Your back body and the front of your body are completely relaxed. And again, bring your awareness to your heart space, giving yourself a loving, compassionate heart hug for all the things you do for others each and every day. And allow yourself to rest well. Rest well. Just rest. Very, very gently and very slowly begin to bring some movement back to the body, perhaps wiggling fingers and toes, rocking your hips a little from side to side, knees bent, soles of the feet on the floor, maybe rocking your head a little bit from side to side. Just start to reawaken and come back to the present moment. And tonight, I invite you to just roll to one side and lay there, making a little pillow for your head with your elbow, staying there to just keep that sense of relaxation right there in your space. And I will read some quotes from our creativity session tonight. And you can keep your eyes closed to stay with that vibe as well. To practice any art, no matter how well or badly, is a way to make your soul grow. So do it. And that is from Kurt Vonnegut. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. And that is from Maya Angelou. But do you know how old I will be by the time I learn to really play the piano, act, paint, write a decent play? Yes, the same age you will be if you don't. And that's from Julia Cameron, The Artist's Way. And our last quote is from Pablo Picasso. The chief enemy of creativity is good sense. And so, staying right there in your space, just bring your hands to heart center or bring one hand over the other upon your heart and just breathe in all that is possible, all that is there within you and your creative spirit. And keep that going and keep that alive each and every day. It was my joy to be with you again tonight. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.